Lord Mayor.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Nice to meet you today. We just finished a press conference by the Royal African Society.
Yeah.
So what's your impression?
It's my first impression is it's an amazing organisation, which I'm glad to have finally found out about the organisation.
Yeah.
With the work they do and the work that they're going to do in the future, and especially with the film shows that are coming up soon in the next week or two. I think it's a huge privilege to have you guys here, and it really means a lot, especially being African myself. It's a brilliant opportunity.
Yeah, you know, in your opening statement, you mentioned that you are the youngest mayor here. Can you tell us your story, please?
Yeah, so I'm the youngest Lord Mayor ever, the first Muslim to be Lord Mayor, and the first person from a minority ethnicity to be Lord Mayor. So my heritage and my family are originally from Morocco, so North Africa. I initially started my political career as a 16-year-old. So I was 16 years old, I joined the Youth Council in Westminster, was elected to become Youth MP a couple of months later, did that for 1 year, and then I decided to stand for council. So when I was 18 years old, I got elected for Queen's Park Ward, which is in the northwest of the borough of the city of Westminster. I was at the time as well the youngest councillor ever, because I was 18, and obviously you can't be younger than 18, so it was a huge achievement for me and obviously my family in it, and it really means a lot. And was in shadow cabinet for a couple of years representing communities and different groups. I've been to university and done all the studying and the masters and everything all out the way. And then recently, obviously in May of this year, 2022, the council changed hands politically and Labour won Westminster. And my role as Lord Mayor is apolitical, but if it wasn't for that election win, I wouldn't be here today as Lord Mayor. And like I said, I'm the youngest ever, so I just turned 23 now.
So, I mean, you say your role is apolitical.
Yeah.
Does that mean that's not a political position that this is?
So my role is a purely civic position. So
Okay.
I'm there to represent, I'm there to host, I'm there to go out to the community, go out to schools, go out to youth clubs, and then you do the big events. So I meet ambassadors, high commissioners, you do a couple of royal stuff, and obviously you see the palace just behind us, but we do those sorts of events occasionally. And essentially my role is like to be an ambassador for Westminster. So I'm meant to make sure everyone's happy, make sure things are running well, and I'm the civic head. Whereas all the politics is not for me this year, which is probably a blessing.
So that means you're not in. You don't belong to any political party.
So I still belong to a political party. So I'm still a Labour councillor, but I don't do anything political because the role itself is neutral. Okay. That's how it's always been.
So the medal around your neck.
Yeah.
Would you tell us anything about that?
Yeah, sure. So as Lord Mayor of Westminster, we have 3 different chains of office.
Yeah.
So Westminster as a city, as it is now, is made up of 3 separate boroughs. So it used to be St Marylebone Borough Council, Paddington Borough Council, and the old city of Westminster. And in 1965, under the Local Government Act, they all came together, so they merged to make one big borough, which is what we know it as today as the city of Westminster. But each borough had its own mayor, which meant it had its own chain. So Paddington, the mayor of Paddington had their own chain, the mayor of St Marylebone had its own chain, and Westminster had its own chain. The chain I'm wearing now is the old Westminster chain. So the chain itself is from 1897, and it's made up of portcullises, crosses and roses that symbolise Westminster. And then the badge is actually from Westminster Abbey, because the Lord Mayor of Westminster is also a member of college at the Abbey. So I'm Deputy High Steward of Westminster Abbey, which also means I'm the first. It's a weird role, but it means I'm the first Muslim member of the Abbey College, which again is unheard of. It's never been done before. This was given to us as a gift from the Abbey in 1965. So the chain is 1897 and the badge is 1965. And then we have 2 other chains and 3 other badges. And we're allowed to mix and match, and we try to wear them depending on the area that we're in. So if I'm up in Paddington, I'll normally wear the Paddington. If I'm in Marylebone, I'd wear the Marylebone. But today obviously we're in the heart of Westminster and I'm wearing the old Westminster chain. But it's it's beautiful, honestly. It's an amazing privilege to be able to wear them. So whenever I'm out and about, I'm wearing the chains anywhere in Westminster.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's indeed impressive.
Thank you.
Honestly, thank you very much for speaking to us. I hope to see you on the 2nd. Will you be on the event that day?
I hope so, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, thank you very much, Lord Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
You're welcome.
Thank you.